Hey everyone, this is a split edition episode of the Comic Hero Show. Part 1 is right here at AnimeCon here in Monroe, Louisiana. In this part of the episode, I'm going to be trying to interview folks and then take pictures. How y'all doing? I'm Victor, and you are watching the Comic Hero Show. Now kick that logo! Welcome to the split edition episode of the Comic Hero Show. I'm your host Victor Nunley, and I am Comic. Coming to you from the B.D. Robinson Conference Hall here in Monroe, Louisiana, the site of AnimeCon 2017. This is the first one that I've ever been to. This is actually the first one here in Monroe, and I'm very excited about this, but not talking about it. I'm going to walk on in.
We need to figure out what we want to do, guys.
Hi, I'm here with members of the Louisiana Delta Community College Anime Club. Tell me, when exactly did y'all get started doing this?
Okay, I can answer that. We started in 2015, and we started because we had a group of students that wanted a place that they felt like they would fit in, and they liked anime and just wanted to do something different.
That makes me wish I would have gone to college.
Yes, you should have. You could have.
You know what? I don't see why not. But what sort of what anime do y'all talk about?
We usually talk about anime, like drama, horror, or even some ridiculous anime with ridiculous intelligence. So, as I said, she's just in.
I mean, we love Pokemon, we love Dragon Ball, we love Death Note, we love, most of the other animes, all of them. We're just all about it.
Okay, so really, so my anime that I watch is usually anything Dragon Ball,
Yeah.
Lupin the Third, anything Mobile Suit Gundam, Attack on Titan,
Oh, yes.
JoJo's Bizarre Adventure. Really love the Stardust Crusaders, but hey, I'll definitely do it. I'm definitely gonna have to sit in this guy. And you, hey, I may roll.
Hey, we're here.
All right, thank y'all so much for this.
Thank you.
Members of the Louisiana Delta Community College Anime Club, y'all.
Yes, we want you to come be a part.
All right, I'm here with Shelby Marie. She's a cosplay model who's also a guest here at AnimeCon. Now, Shelby, when exactly did you get started with doing cosplay?
Well, technically I didn't start doing cosplay. I've always been into like the geeky, nerdy fandom. I just started turning out making Halloween costumes. In 2011, I made a Pikachu. It wasn't that good. I was only like 16, 15 then, and couldn't even hold up the tail. The tail just fell, but I've grown and now I'm here.
That goes to show you that if you take on something and you stick with it, you tend to get better at it.
Yeah.
Now, what are your favorite things to or characters to do cosplay?
Well, definitely Harley Quinn. I'm a comic book collector.
Hey, there you go.
Yeah. But also just like characters I like. Like I love Overwatch. I love playing Overwatch. So I like doing Diva. Pretty much anything really that I like.
Yeah, and I've seen you've also dressed up as Poison Ivy.
Yeah.
thank you so much for this interview and much success for you in the road ahead. Shelly Marie, everyone.
Bye.
All right, here with Brandon Easterling. He is the owner of Geeked Out Gaming. It's a new store that just opened yesterday. Brandon, what gave you the concept to want to open this store?
Well, we really just wanted to create a place where everybody could get together and play the different types of games that they like, between card games, tabletop, video games. There's a lot of crossover in those communities, so we're just trying to have a positive place for everyone to get together and celebrate what they like to play.
Oh yes, and there's so much pomp and circumstance with this, and completely from everything that I've heard about it, I'm sold. And it makes me want to get back into gaming. I've been kind of out of the whole, I've been out of the whole realm of gaming for some time, and I will come over, but this is a great thing to do, and a great thing, not only just for gaming, but just to bring folks together.
Yeah, I think that's the important part, is getting everybody in the community together, enjoy the same games and celebrating what makes everyone unique and what they like to do.
Okay, well, Brandon, much success to you in the store. It's right down the road from my apartment, so when I'm not working, I won't have an excuse to. I'll always have. So I'm not working. I'll have an excuse to come over. I'm definitely going. To. So again, much success to you. All right, Brandon Easterling, everyone.
Thanks.
All right, here Alyssa Lorena. She is a cosplay model. Alyssa, what exactly did you get into cosplay?
I started about a year ago at Louisiana Comic Con, which is put on by ABC Conventions in Lafayette. And it was my first time ever cosplaying, and I had a homemade Poison Ivy costume, and I bought my wig from Party City, and it was just terrible. So I decided from then that I needed to improve much more.
Okay, I was actually there. I've actually been to the last three Louisiana Comic Cons in Lafayette since 2015, and I think I remember seeing out of anything that you have ever dressed up as, what was your favorite out of all of them?
Right now, is my favorite, which is what I'm wearing right now, mostly because she's super cute and super savage, and I get to carry a sword around, so it's great, and I love the anime. It's my favorite anime.
They say the pen is mightier than the sword. I say that's garbage.
Yes,
All right.
definitely.
Okay. What else can we expect from you?
I am working on so many more cosplays, and I'm going to more conventions more and more every year, and I will definitely be doing photo shoots, and I will have a lot more content soon.
Oh, okay. That is great. I always I admire cosplay models. I'm friends with quite a few. Just made another one right now. So, Alyssa, thank you so much for this interview and much success.
Thank you.
Alyssa Lorena, everyone. Hey everyone. Now, need to hurry up because I need to get to bed. Got to get ready for the AVC Anime Festival, which is tomorrow. Had a long day today. Ended the day by going to a West Monroe football game. Rebels won 51-15 over Central out of Baton Rouge. And I think next week they play Dutchtown. But before I go to bed, there are some books I either bought from Books A Million here in Monroe or I either ordered them online. And I'm not going to give a brief description of these books, I'm just going to let you know what they are. Alright, first up is Hulk number 10. Hulk number 11. Deadpool and the Mercs for Money number 10. The Amazing Spider-Man number 790. Spider-Man number 20. Spider-Man number 21. Captain Marvel number 125. Captain America number 695. X-Men Blue number 4. The Despicable Deadpool number 287. The Despicable Deadpool number 288. And finally, Deathstroke number 19. Alright, that's 12, which brings the total number of comics that I bought since December of 1997 to 8,295. Alright folks, now it's part 2, which is right back here in Southern Realms Comics and Games. And let's not waste any time, so let's give away a free t-shirt. Alright, last week's episode I asked, which branch of the U.S. military did the John Stewart Green Lantern serve? Well, the correct answer is the Marines. And 13 people have answered correctly, and because they've answered correctly, their names have been entered in the drawing for a free tee, and that drawing takes place right now. So, the winner of the free tee on this week's episode of the show is, oh, and by the way, if you're wondering why am I looking down, JJ just gave me this look. I guess he's excited about me drawing a name. Is that right, JJ? You excited about me drawing a name for a free tee? He said yes. Huh. Well, folks, I regret to inform y'all that the streak of me pulling a name of somebody who's currently in the store has ended in this episode. However, it is somebody I know that has won a shirt 3 times already. And I made a shirt for her and her 2 older children, and now I gotta make one for her youngest. April Hooks from Camden, Arkansas. So congratulations, April. You win yourself a free Comic Hero tee. And now I gotta make one for Shelby. All right, here's the question for next week's episode, and this is a She-Hulk question, and it's very easy. What is She-Hulk's real name? Everyone who answers correctly will be entered in the drawing for a free tee in next week's episode of the show. Now, Mandy Hooter from Medford, Oregon has requested a Comic Hero Throwdown Showdown fight, and this one features 2 DC Vertigo characters who are anything but holy. Representing DC Vertigo, we have the Sandman. And also representing DC Vertigo, we have Lucifer. These 2 are going to duke it out in a segment I like to call the Comic Hero Throwdown Showdown. Welcome to the Comic Hero Throwdown Showdown. Today, it's the Sandman versus Lucifer. The Sandman possesses a not-omnipotent aspect of dreams and reality. Lucifer possesses not-omniscience, reality warping, and immortality. Who will win? There'd be no hand-throwing in this fight. The fight will feature powers versus powers. Lucifer believes that he already has the fight in the bag because he's immortal and possesses not-omniscience, which is the knowledge of everything. Little does he know that the Sandman dripped all his powers away. Just as Lucifer charges at the Sandman, the latter trips up the former and rips his wings off his back. He would eventually bleed to death as a result. The moral of the story is that a little knowledge is a dangerous thing. Sandman wins, and that concludes this fight on the Comic Hero Throwdown Showdown. Alright, well I hope you enjoyed that fight, and if you have fight requests for future episodes, contact info is down there. Alright, now it's time for Comically Speaking, so without further ado, let's talk comics. All right, there are three things I'm going to talk about in this segment of Comically Speaking. The first one is my review of Thor Ragnarok. Now, I think it was a great movie. There were a few things about the movie that I really didn't like, and one of them was was that they pretty much disregarded the extra scene in Avengers: Age of Ultron when Thanos grabbed the Infinity Gauntlet and said, "Fine, I'll do it myself." Now, Marvel has always had a bad habit in terms of comics, has always had a bad habit of not paying attention to each other. I'm talking about the writers and the artists. I wouldn't think that the writers and the directors of the cinematic universe would start developing that bad habit. And I just think that these directors really need, because all this is supposed to be connected. It's connected, but it's the entire cinematic universe is supposed to be connected. And directors and the folks that write the screenplays, they need to start paying attention, because if I can catch on to it, then just about anyone can. All right, and the second thing I'm gonna talk about is X-Men Red. The first issue drops in February, and it's going to star an adult Jean Grey as the team leader. And it's going to be written by Tom Taylor with art by Mahmoud Asrar. And as of right now, there hasn't been any speculation of who else other than Jean Grey is going to be on the team. But I'm really looking forward to reading it because, well, first off, I'm just glad Jean Grey's back. The adult Jean Grey, not the young one. All right, the last thing is the most shocking thing that I or just about anyone else that reads comics found out about this week, and that's Brian Michael Bendis signing an exclusive deal with DC. After many years of being with Marvel, he was one of the writers that pretty much wrote started out some of the Ultimate line of Marvel books that came out right after the turn of the century. He was the writer on Ultimate Spider-Man forever, and he also created the Miles Morales Spider-Man, and even has written on the current Spider-Man series. Now that Miles is part of the new Marvel universe, since the original Marvel universe and the Ultimate line and the Ultimate Marvel universe became one back in Secret Wars. He's written other books. He's also he retooled the Avengers a little more than a decade ago. He's written on Guardians of the Galaxy. He's done so much, and I'm a little speechless as to him signing with DC. I don't know. It really all that I know is that he signed an exclusive deal. It hasn't really been said it hasn't really been speculated. There really isn't hasn't been said what he's going to do or what book he's going to work on or what project or anything like that. All he just said he signed an exclusive deal with DC. I'm not saying it's a bad move, but I'm not saying it's a. All I'm just saying is, wow. All right, that's it for Comically Speaking. Now then, let's get to the comics I bought this week.
Comic books I bought this week.
All right, I'm not going to give a brief description of each book, but I'm going to let you know what they are. All right, first up is The Despicable Deadpool number 289. The Falcon number 1. The Flash number 34. Wonder Woman number 34. Detective Comics number 968. finally, Action Comics number 991. All right, that's 6 I bought, which brings the total number of comics that I bought since December of 1997 to 8,301. All right, well, I hope you enjoyed this week's episode. And here's a question again for our free tea for next week's episode of the show. What is She-Hulk's real name? Everyone who answers correctly will be entered into the drawing for a free tea in next week's episode of the show. And congratulations to April Hooks from Camden, Arkansas, who won a free tea in this week's episode. All right, it's birthday time here on the Comic Hero Show, and happy birthday to Sharika Ford, Chad Hendricks, Kirsten Miller, Ashley Stewart, Pat Canterbury, Jenny McGee, Sean Dartez, April Darter, Lamisha Blackwell, Irish Curry, Courtney Massey, Jay Gowan, Jamie Parker, Adam Chenevere, Mindy Mishi, and a very special happy second birthday to Giabella Grace Tyler, and a very special happy second birthday to Meredith Powell. All right, and I should have announced this last week, but I want to congratulate my friends Alex and Amanda Heckela. They just welcomed their 4th child to the world almost 2 weeks ago. Welcome, Reed. And I have great news for you. I deputize you as a little comic hero. So you'll be joining the ranks of your 2 older sisters, Lorelai and Maddie, and your older brother, Sonny. So welcome to the world, Reed. You have 2 awesome parents, and you have some great brothers and sisters. And I know you're going to be great also. And congratulations to my friends Lauren Walker and Kiefer Price. I was a band with them at ULM. They just got engaged last weekend. So congratulations, guys. Took y'all long enough. Y'all been dating forever. And congratulations to my friends Allison and Tony Nacharo. They just got married over the weekend. I was in band with them at Bossier Parish Community College. And happy birthday to one of my fellow residents of Homer, Louisiana, Deanne Compton. She got married, so now she's Deanne Ross. So congratulations to you and Derek. And congratulations to my friend that I was in band with at ULM, Courtney Walker. She is about to get married right now to John Paul Mosley, so she's about to be Courtney Mosley. So congratulations to you and John. All right, today is Veterans Day. And this is where we pay tribute to the men and women that have served in all 5 branches of the U.S. military that are currently with us. And I want to thank my cousins Lavert and Pat Washington for their time during Operation Desert Storm. And I want to thank my younger cousin Brandon Black for his time in the Air Force. And also want to thank my friends Daniel Hale, Kennedy Burns Jr., and Carlos Willis for their time in the U.S. military. And not only them, I want to thank anyone who's watching this. I want to thank anyone who's watching this who is a U.S. veteran. I mean, I don't even have to know you. Well, I probably won't know you. You probably know me now, but I want to thank y'all also. All right, next week, episode 190 will be a mega episode. And it will take place over at Geeks Along the River in Monroe. At first, I thought it was going to be a split edition, but it's not, because Southern Realms Comics and Games will be at Geeks Along the River, and they're going to have my books for me. They actually offered, so I wouldn't have to do a split edition. So I'm going to oblige to that. Oh, but if you happen to see a U.S. veteran, thank them. Because they served in all 5, because there's so many men and women that have served in all 5 branches of the U.S. military, and we have the best military in the world. All right, I'm Victor Nolly on the Comic Hero. I'll see you for episode 190 at Geeks Along the River. So until then, be safe, be blessed, be a hero, and thank you, vets.